My name is Zach DiMartino.
All right, well, he's gonna hook himself up there, and then we'll get rolling in a second.
Okay.
Live demo is always dicey.
Yeah. We're a little worried about it, but it's okay. Yeah, so how's it going? I'm Zach.
I'm Josh.
And our project is alternative augmented communication using an Android device. So this project was proposed by Seven Hills, Rhode Island, and they were looking for a way for their patients who have or are unable to communicate using language or they're unable to sign. They were looking for a way for them to communicate using a smartphone device. So our solution was to use muscle signals to control the device using Android's accessibility features that are native to Android. On the bottom is a basic kind of outline of our device. So we connect our patient with some differential leads, as you can see here. That gets passed into an EMG amplifier, which is sent to a microcontroller. Currently we're using an Arduino, but we're hopefully going to transfer it to a PIC later down the line. That connects to Android smartphone via USB, which also supplies power to the EMG amplifier and to the microcontroller itself. So it's a completely self-contained system. And Josh can explain the specifics.
So the big inspiration for this was Stephen Hawking's single input controller. So you could write entire speeches and do everything with just a single facial twitch. So we are using that in common with that kind of same idea to do a single button scrolling communication system. So we have a application you can see on the far right, Let Me Talk. As mentioned in the previous presentation, a lot of these patients are illiterate and use this kind of picture alphabet system to speak to the caretakers. So previously they have to use these large books and it's a hassle, but with this application they can select these items and then the app itself will speak for them. As you can see in this photo, this is what Zach's got going on right here. It's blown up for you to see. So he's got the leads hooked up to his forearm. So the sensor is really sensitive, so it should be. So even the slightest twitch will activate the button. So it's very versatile. It can be used on virtually any muscle in the body. The leads are going into our little EMG amplifier here, and then it is ported over to the Arduino. In the future, the hope is to port it over to a PIC microcontroller. Our current barrier with that is the USB protocols on a PIC is very complicated. But we're working through that. And that's all I got here. He's going to show you a quick demo.
All right, so it's pretty much plug and play. You can just that's it up. It's going to power on. Oh, hold on. Android has some weird settings with USB stuff, so. So Android recognizes our hardware as a keyboard, and we have it basically set up so that when our muscle signal is detected, the MOV, the algorithm, detects these peaks and sends a keystroke to the phone, which acts as basically like somebody hitting a keyboard press, essentially. So then what I can do is open up the app, I can flex my muscle, and it starts scrolling.
Thank you for attending today. Are there any questions?
There we go. So what we can do is we can create large sentences. There's, as you can see in this picture up here, you can see the selection box. That's basically when the patient were to flex their muscle. It would start scrolling from the top, go through each option, and they can stop by flexing the muscle again. So they start and stop it with just one signal.
Yeah, and so this is our device connected to an oscilloscope. We have these are different muscle contractions, and up top is the response from the MOVD algorithm detecting the peaks. And then here is the Android, the interface where you set it up as a keystroke. So.
All right, I'm very impressed. Within 2 months, you'll be able to actually get this thing kind of working. Now, the Android part basically is the existing app, right?
Right.
Yep.
So
Now,
when we
you build the EMG interface with it. Can you claim novelty for this? Is any similar product out there, or you think it's novel?
Yes, there are products out there that allow people who have disabilities to basically use different things, such as, for example, people with complete motor impairment. They can use a sip and puff method using a kind of like a mouthpiece that allows them to control, say, like a wheelchair and other different devices. That could possibly be hooked up to an Android device and be used in tandem with it. But those devices are very, very expensive. They can range
But
up
there's
to...
no existing device using EMG to do this.
Yeah, we've struggled to find...
So there are existing EMG controller devices, but none of these devices are plug and play, and they can use the full functionality of their phone. A lot of these devices, they're used for just specifically like to control a wheelchair, very specifically to run the built application just for that device. This unlocks all the capabilities of your smartphone so that the patient can function totally normal.
Yeah, they can read open, open emails, surf the web, anything you'd be able to do on a normal phone, they'd be able to do.
Great.
It's the power of Android.
you very much.
accessibility stuff.